In case me last week putting up the Tennessee game in such a weird schedule because of the Disney and YouTube contractual dispute, you missed it. I went back and did a lengthy video of Ryan Foje, Michael Fasusi, and Eddie Pierre-Louis. So if you want to go back and watch that, please do. Here's a moment where the two young guys on the left side have a pretty good moment on a key 2nd and 2 here. Now, I will say, before we get there, I think this is indicative of what OU was thinking in this game, where a lot of people are like, oh, it was just so bad and they weren't doing this. I think they planned it, a lot of it this way. I think they expected to have more, but when you're dealing with short fields and or pick sixes, you're not getting the same amount of offensive snaps. So you got to kind of pick your battles. I think by the time they got in the second half, they kind of knew what game they were in, and it was like, okay, we're not going to make the big mistake. We're going to try to control this as much as we can, et cetera, et cetera. So I think on 2nd and 2, midfield, a lot of teams would take a shot there. They do something, whether it's play action or something to see if they could spring something loose, because you can always come back to 3rd and 2 and hopefully go get your yardage. So here, like I said, we're going to watch Eddie Pierre-Louis and Michael Fasusi here do some nice work on this one. We'll start with Pierre-Louis, who's going to just come down here on, I believe that's Big Tim Keenan, and then he'll work up to the 2nd level and also get a block on Deontay Lawson. So there he is, moves him, works up. Nope, I'm sorry, it wasn't Lawson. It was the safety. And that is, oh, man, Eddie Pierre-Louis is fun to watch on tape, man. He plays pissed off, and it shows. So here he is. He's on this block, and then he's going to work up, and he's going to get to this guy, and this guy really, really wishes he didn't. So look, all right, Eddie's got him. Boom, puts him on the ground, pancakes him, gets on him. You love it, man. You just love to see it. And again, I think it's infectious for the whole offensive line, the way he plays. All right, so here we'll watch Michael Fasusi. He's just going to go head up, and he'll drive this guy. He'll do a nice job. He's the one that gets to Lawson. And look, keeps moving. He's got Lawson all the way down the field. That'll work, man. Like, it's not pretty, and we know Mike's going to get stronger in the offseason, and all that stuff's going to happen for him. But it's a great sign of where things are, what the trajectory is. This offensive line, again, people have to understand, this is the healthiest Alabama had been up front in weeks, to my understanding. So I know people look at the rushing stats, but you also have to look. I did a thing on the board. Alabama had 3 quarterback hurries in this game. They'd been averaging an SEC play prior to OU. I think it was 12.2. So Oklahoma did a great job in pass protection. That's a big part of it. And the run game, again, you have to factor in Xavier Robinson. Like Torrey Blaylock doesn't look right now. He looks like something's really bothering him. Credit to the kid for toughing through it. And Xavier Robinson, after he took that hit, didn't look the same at any point in the second half. So some of the, again, I'm not saying, we're not blaming the running backs for their injuries, but it does have an impact on what yardage looks like. So and especially when you factor in against Tennessee, Oklahoma's run game really started popping in the second half. So maybe that happens against Alabama, maybe it doesn't, but I thought the O-line played pretty well in general. I thought it was probably the best offensive unit on the night.